Athens on this gorgeous Thursday night. I mean, picture-perfect conditions to enjoy some softball. Number 23 ranked Georgia Bulldogs set for a 3-game series against number 20 Ole Miss. We're just moments away from game 1 tonight from Jack Turner Stadium. Taking a look at the SEC standings, Texas A&M currently pacing everyone in Clark County. Leading things off, Taylor Malvin, and the chopper over the head of the second baseman, Tyler Ellison.
One thing, when this arm is on, she is untouchable.
And check swing there, and lines out to Williams, and 1 away. But going back to rolling in the circle, when she is
a year, it is tough to pivot, right? Your identity, what you're good at throughout the season.
That one batted down by the shortstop, and Binford is going to be saved by the bobble of
such a calm and collected approach at the plate from the freshman in Yamas.
That one gets a piece of her, and she's going to go to first base after the hit by pitch, so that's going to quickly load the base. And now the pitch. And Weekly hits that one over to third base. The force out at second, but a run does score. And so Ole Miss is on the board, and credit Brady for a run batted in.
Well, and credit Rolling, right? The fact that she's able to cut a curveball across the plate, it challenges the hands of Lexi Brady. There could have been a lot more damage done there for Ole Miss. The fact that Rolling challenges the inner part of that strike zone against a bat. I've heard her say this quote multiple times. When it comes to Pickens, how she is in one thing is how she is in everything. It is how she lives her life. Nutrition, weight room, she's having
weekends are as this Ole Miss team is able to walk away with the win in that Florida series as a run walks home. And Lansdale is going to get credited with the RBI. But again, now that one collected by Digby, and that's gonna end the inning, but not before it's the Rebels able to manufacture. Well, they've been able to be solid on on offense overall. Let's see how they respond here as a diving Ryan Starr can't get to it, and a leadoff base hit for Tyler Ellison.
Dirt there against Goodnight.
Goodnight draws the walk, so first 2 batters aboard for the Bulldogs as they threaten here with Lindy Ray.
The edges. Offense trying to understand the strike zone as well.
And the walk to load the bases. Average. Best of her team as well. And that one gets a piece of her.
I don't know that she was happy about that.
Wait a minute. She's gonna come back because the home plate umpire said that hit the knob. Tony Baldwin is at a look at it here.
You were right. The discussion was on the knob. From this angle, we're kind of in a bird's eye view up above home plate. I thought it hit the Evo Shield, but you're right, Tiff. I think that first was a call that it hit the knob, and you've got to be able to pivot, especially early in this ballgame, the first inning.
Leaves that rise ball up there. It's popped up in the infield. And it's 2 away. Or 1 away. As Digby pokes that one in the right field. And it's going to bring home another run. So the RBI sac fly for Digby, and we're tied at 2-all.
You got to imagine with Dallas Goodnight standing on third base that this was going to be a given with 22 stolen bases on the year. The throw from Malvin just not even close, and on top of that, offline, gives up an extra 60 feet. These are the little details, Tiffany, that works.
Just go with it, you know? Driven into left field, And out number 3 collected by Jaden Pone, but not before UGA evens things up. No, but we watched Peter Rabbit.
Oh, I
The
love
movie?
it. I love it.
This one softly hit, well fielded by the pitcher, Randy Rolling. And in time, as Esther White had to handle that one over at first.
Different places in 6 years. She's got an entirely new coaching staff. This one between the wickets of Rolling. On top of that, she's got 8 transfers, 8 freshmen. We multi-hit games through SEC play.
And that one lined into the glove of Goodnight in center field. They tried to double up Malvin, but she slides back. Lexi Brady tied for team lead in RBI, and that one golfed into center field. And Goodnight is there. Still plays. Folks not behind the stands just because of the work that was being done as Mua Williams gets into that one. Say bye-bye, baby. It's out of here.
You and I knew that off the bat, and I do believe Mua Williams knew it. Bounces one off the side of it. This is down Broadway. Wachenio flat out misses. This is a pitch that is too sweet to Williams. Take a look at this bounce. One hop and hits the side of the building. Wow.
Wachenio prepares, delivers. And too far outside, ball 4, and the walk. Pitch, swung on 2-1. Grounder handled by Mackenzie Pickens at second. And the runner moves over.
Admitted it as well. She's a freak athlete. Just loves to train, loves to work.
And there tries to lay down the bunt, but she is retired. Does her job though, advance. The 1-2, and Davis right back up the middle and drives in a run. So a 4-2 ball game here, but the 2-out base hit by Lindy Ray Davis now extending the lead for Georgia.
Here's your grad senior stepping in big time. We mentioned the loyal and true of Lindy Ray Davis. From the left side, laces then right back up the middle, almost buzzes the tower of Wachenio.
Her work, and she's adjusted to the strike zone. A number of 3-ball counts we've seen, another one here. And the 4th walk awarded by Wachenio.
And the 5th for
stacked and tough SEC conference, and that one is laced over the head, misplayed by Lansdale in center field, and Sarah Gordon brings home 2 runs, extending the lead, and then after the throw, she advances to third. Dogs up 6-2.
This one is absolutely hammered by junior Sarah Gordon. Tony Baldwin says there is no greater confidence than earned confidence, and it comes off the bat of Gordon. 2 RBIs, heads up on the base paths. She sees the overthrow at home plate, grabs herself another 60 feet.
Played first base all of last year, switched to shortstop. Anywhere they put her, she's had success, and she puts that one in the right place in the outfield and drives in another run. Here in this second inning.
Notice the lower body here. She's able to slow down and extend the bat to this off-speed pitch. So much control with the lower half and with that barrel to stay on that timing. I mean, that is a really nice changeup from Brie Lopez, but met with an even. There is a salesmanship a little bit to this game. I think you're onto something.
That one is ball 4. So now we're back as they've batted around in the inning, and it's.
See it within my first 2 pitches.
And Mua Williams makes great contact once again, and Oppo Gapper to the G. And an RBI double for Mua Williams. So what an inning she's having here First a solo shot, drove in a run, and then drives in another off the double, her 6th of the season.
So much patience. Sees 2 changeups, one looking, fouled one off, and then takes the curveball away. Doesn't overswing. That is veteran hitting right there.
Full success for this series. Well, out ahead of that one, and Lopez ends the inning as she gets Esther White swinging. We'll talk with Jamie Traxel on the other side. Freshman campaign. And good plate discipline there, not given at all. So aboard with a couple of free passes. The hit by pitch you mentioned earlier, Aaron. Power numbers throughout her career. Closing in on a single season record for home runs already with 14, and on that wild pitch. And went high for ball 4, so back-to-back walks awarded their last couple of series against South Carolina and Florida. Ranked opponents, as that one passed the glove of Tyler Ellison at second base, and so now the base is loaded after the single from Mackenzie Pickens. Lansdale. And Lansdale makes contact into center field, deep, and it's out! A grand slam for Lansdale, or correction, there is no ruling on the field. It looked like it went over
It did.
the
It looked
padding out in center field.
It looked like it hit the top of the padding. You know, Tiffany, I think, too, the other thing that kind of threw everyone for a loop again was that Dallas Goodnight in center field, there was zero sense of urgency to get that ball back into her infield. She assumed that it was a home run.
So
after further review, the ball hit the top of the wall, hit a spectator, and then came back into play. Call on the field's being changed to a home run. Run scores.
oh,
Let's take another look here.
does it hit the leg of the fan right there and then bounce back into play? I'm assuming that's what they are speaking
Let's
of.
check the leg. Where's she at? Let's check the leg.
Who's been a 4-year dependable player, and lifts this one high into left field. And the first inning, or out of the inning, collected by Goodwin.
We've obviously seen then the application of the action clock, which has assisted in that.
And a strikeout swinging for Ryan Starr, going up and chasing, and that's much needed for coach from Georgia. At the conclusion of this inning, on the other side of the break, as Taylor Malvin now with 3 singles on the day, and she's done her job in the leadoff spot. The way this Georgia group battled with Auburn last weekend, and battling here against Ole Miss. They hang tight to a 2-run lead. We'll talk to the Bulldogs head coach on the other side. Lead and potentially extend it to try to take game 1. Tyler Ellison lifts this one into the air in the shallow center field, and the second baseman. And good job swinging away, opposite field base hit rather, with 2 strikes. And Dallas Goodnight is aboard safely.
I'm just picturing like speed from 60 feet. It's all of it combined. Her sense of urgency is next level.
Well out in front of that one is Davis, and she's retired, so.
Traxel, who was excited for Bree Lopez to step out there with a fresh inning to start.
And the speed again of Goodnight, as that one is gobbled up in the dirt by Brady. So now Lopez readies, delivers. A lefty v lefty matchup, and Goodwin trots down the first for the walk. Her second walk of the game. An uncontested stolen base for Goodwin as she moves into scoring position now. Great pitch there by Bree Lopez as Gordon was frozen, gets out of the jam unscathed. It's still a 2-run ball. And something to be incredibly proud of.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you're bringing in recruits and potential donors and such as Aaliyah Binford with a walk to lead it off here in the top of the fourth for Ole Miss.
To juggle here, especially for these Power 5 programs.
Going up and getting that one was Percy Yamas, and I mean, she went high in the zone.
Nice catch, center field.
And a home run, and things are even at 8 apiece. So you blink your eyes, and after a quick start, Ole Miss big swings, and Percy Yamas the latest.
This was a no-doubter, elevated up in the zone, a rise ball that was hung letter high in the absolute blast zone for Percy Yamas. Let's see if you can see it here. There was a kiddo in center field that got a heck of a trophy. Look at that catch. Look at that catch. Okay. Well, it's pretty neck and neck right now.
And Lexi Brady meets that power. Good jump by Dallas. Good night. Gets a beat on the ball in the outfield. So the walk to Mackenzie Pickens and the all gas, no break slam, and then walked in a run as well. And Lansdale struck out looking. The late call there, the throw down to second to try to get right back with 2 of their own, and then had that 8-2 lead until the Rebels came roaring back. Patience at the plate.
Patient at the plate. The amount of walks just tonight.
Instead, the grounder over to Ellison and gets the force out at second base. So a couple runners left on, but nothing pushed across. It's still tied. Digby over to first base, handled by Yamas. And 1 down.
I don't have the numbers to back it up, but I do remember.
Doesn't get all the pub that she deserves, but there. What a great grab in the outfield by Jaden Pone, diving out and timing it perfectly.
So that's it.
And gets Mua Williams to ground out, and a 1-2-3 inning for Lopez.
Team, I think, that has kind of caught me by surprise.
Well, Tricia Ford's group is going to face off against Missouri, and you know, Larissa Anderson is certainly
an overdrive just to make up for this in the pitching circle. I mean, we talked a lot at the top of this broadcast about Georgia needing to stay in the strike zone, but Ole Miss has struggled just as much in the circle as well, and it does feel like both.
From Destin Howard, and into the outfield, a base hit by Aaliyah Binford, and after the throw, heads up base running, and taking the lead is Ole Miss.
And I don't know if she missed the cue, the green light from Aaron Earlywine standing in the third base batter's box, but it is the bobble at second base that allows her to grab home. The strike zone in the circle.
Swung on by Yamas. The throw over to first, not clean. And so Yamas beats it out. And again, bases loaded here for Ole Miss with no
true changeup in the 40s.
And Lexi Brady gets a hold of that one. It's out of here. Second grand salami of this game for the Ole Miss Rebels, this time coming off the bat of Lexi Brady, their home run leader.
It was a matter of time before Lexi Brady was going to get a hold of one. Just the aggressiveness, the power. Look at the lower body. The way that she generates force through turning that back hip. It is unlike anything. 15 home runs on the season. She is now tied.
An 8-2 lead. As this one smacked into center field, and that's the first out of the inning, collected by Dallas Goodnight. Pickens retired. But an 8-2 lead for Georgia after showing a ton of fight. They are certainly hungry, and they've been hitting the ball and playing well, competitive for sure in games. They're searching for their first series win in the month of April. As Georgia is looking
Right long as well.
Georgia's giving up or walk the most. The most walks in SEC. Rachel Gibson coming into this game, inheriting base runners, trying to get out the inning. It's like, can I breathe for a second? It's been tough to catch her breath, but that's a much needed second out there as a nice routine play by Emily Digby at short.
Well, but just hasn't even had the chance to really set herself up to show it off.
And that ends the inning, but not before some more fireworks as Ole Miss takes the lead. Full count, and Esther White with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the fifth.
Major part against their...
Speaking of the long ball, how about Tyler Ellison getting a hold of that one and the light show inside the jack after that two-run blast. Her 8th home run of the season. And a great swing there from Tyler Ellison.
Par for the course so far for this game. I mean, back and forth, punch after punch. It has been the offenses for both of these squads today where their pitching has come up short. Their offense has had their back. A massive shot from Tyler Ellison. How about the light shot?
And Goodnight with the opposite field base hit. Sweet piece of hitting there from Dallas Goodnight to get aboard safely. Again, no out has been retired in the inning. We started off with a walk, the 2-run. And Goodnight does decide to take off, and she got her. The big matchup there, and Lexi Brady, who was anticipating, ready for it, and guns down. You know it's
She
coming,
knew it.
but
She was anticipating it.
But for her to be able to execute too. Good on Brady as she tries to frame it, but Davis goes to
This over and over and over.
lifted into left field, and Goodwin flies out, and 2 away. Here's Sarah Gordon, first pitch swinging as well. And into the glove of Lopez, and she holds it down. It's still a 3-run advantage. 18 hits, 18 walks.
That tells the story.
23 runs, backhand made, and then in and out of the glove of Esther White. And so we've seen Taylor Malvin, the leadoff hitter. Jaden Pone lays down the sacrifice bunt. And she's thrown out just in time, but does her job advancing.
Transfer, that's already really hard to do. A lot of change, a lot of moving parts, and hit the ground running here for Ole Miss.
The ground out to second, and now 2 down with
Anyone that's impressive, but specifically a freshman.
And Loud out into left field, and that ends the inning. So a 3.
That's frustrating. That can be so frustrating when it's just right there at your fingertips, right in the palm of your hand.
And walk there. That one stalls out in front of Brady. And so wisely, Emily Digby is now standing at second base, so she's in scoring position. And the walk to Miller. So back-to-back walks to lead things off here. And Williams sends this one into left field, deep into the warning track, and Pone is underneath it. She gets
to change this ball game.
the grounder over to second. Pickens throws to first. And the runners now both in scoring position out of McDonough with an 0-2 count. And she strikes out. Binford with a fist pump afterward. A couple of runners left on base. And it's Ole Miss taking the lead to the 7th. And the walk to Brady.
A woman of my word.
This one down the first base line, and the play made in foul territory for out number 1.
It's a
Nearly grabbed by Mua Williams. It goes out of her glove. And they're going to say Ferguson is safe at second. So the hot shot to third base. DeLeon, 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. The pitch. And just missing, so the walk awarded to DeLeon. Turn over that lineup and get it back to Taylor Malvin. And she's hit by the pitch. So now that ties a season high for runs for Ole Miss. And exactly what you said, textbook execution. And another run pushed across, an RBI single there for Taylor Malvin.
This is just elite hitting, is taking what they're giving you. She goes away from the short game, peppers this into that 5-6 hole, snags another RBI. It's a 5-run lead now for Ole Miss.
Jaden Pone with the chopper. Mua Williams tries to handle it. It pops out of the glove. And once more, bases remain loaded, but another run pushed across.
We'll wait to see how this one is ruled. This is just a spinner. Had some English on it, a lot of movement, and Williams at third base unable to glove that.
We're going to rule it a base hit, so an RBI credited to Jaden Pone, and then the hot shot through the legs of Emily Digby goes all the way to the wall, and a bases clearing double for Aaliyah Binford. Things have gotten out of hand here with 6 runs now allowed by the Bulldogs here in the inning.
It was just a combination of power off the bat there and just reaction.
And the grounder handled by Tyler Ellison, and 2 away. Opening game of this 3-game series between Ole Miss and Georgia. And the runs keep on coming. Lexi Brady with her 42nd RBI. And so Trout gets the little roller over to shortstop. Pickens is retired, and we move to the bottom half. Right back at you to the pitcher in the circle, and what a throw from Binford. She guns it over to first.
She is such an athlete. It's a hot shot. Batman exclusive to one arm, Tiff. It's all four of them.
Good nab there by Pickens, and 2 away.
And same thing on the Ole Miss side. I mean, we saw that, and right now appears to have a pretty solid 7th inning.
And first pitch swing in this one into the opposite field, and the home run over left field wall for Jaden Goodwin.
This was a no-doubter. Opposite field. You know, Goodwin is not tall in stature, but she packs a punch at the plate. Quick, compact.
With 1 out to go, the pitch to Sarah Gordon, and Gordon keeps this game going deep into the 5-6 hole. And the 2-out base hit, so what seemingly insurmountable
Score.
And caught looking to end the ball game, and that does it. Resounding win in game 1 for Ole Miss, their largest comeback under Jamie Traxel. That 6-run deficit they erased, and they were able to hang a 7 spot in the top half of the 7th. Jamie Traxel said, hey, I want to see our team play well on the road, and this is definitely a good start for her group.
Buckle up, folks. I think this is going to be a long weekend for both of these teams.